All right. Hi, everybody. Today is Wednesday. Glad everyone can be here. Hope there's a lot of students here. We already recorded this, so we won't exactly see what you guys are saying directly, but there will be some of us in the chat, so we can see some of you. But thank you for being here. I'm also going to be doing dojo points while I see who's here, who's responding. And today, if you don't know already, is our Wednesday where we do an interview of a staff and someone just to get an insight of what they're doing, how they're doing. You get a little bit more of that. So yeah, to get into it, today we have someone that's been with us for almost 3 years, right? 3 years, almost. I can't hear you yet. They can't see you yet. They can only see me, but I can see you. But yeah, she's been here for about 3 years. You can make some guesses while I'm trying to figure it out. She started off with fourth grade at Boys and Girls Club, and then she went down to a third, fourth combo. In the summertime, she even worked with some of the second graders and third graders, or it was both, right? You did both, I think, yeah. And yeah, you might know her as she has like a green thumb. She loves animals. She's the one that if we have any questions about anything related to almost anything, not just animals or anything, that she gives us a lot of information. She knows a lot, and you guys might know her. Let's see who it is. If you have any guesses, put it in. Let's see who it is. It's Miss Isabella. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing great.
Yeah, you ready for the last week of summer?
I am. I'm kind of sad that it's almost over, but I'm really excited that it was so fun this whole, like, what is it, 6 weeks?
Yeah, it was 6 weeks.
Yeah, it was like the best 6 weeks ever. It couldn't have been more amazing.
It's different than most summers we're used to, though, huh?
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah, but we still made it work. We still had some fun, and I thought it was great. I guess we'll start off with the question of tell us a little about yourself. What do we? Who is the real Isabella?
Was it, you said most of the things. I do love animals. I do love gardening. Um, I don't know if you can tell, but right now, my headband just fell off. I live in the woods, out in the middle of nowhere. I have a lot of pets. I think officially I have 19 animals. I love nature. I go on hikes all the time. I also love art. I paint a lot. There's actually one of my paintings behind me. You can see it. It's
Oh,
like
nice.
some scissors. Actually, my whole house is full of my own art, which is really cool. Yeah.
Cool. Um, and then to transition to that, can you tell us what made you want to work with Boys and Girls Club? Work with Belhaven, or just work with students in general?
Ooh, well, shout out to fourth grade, being the best grade. Personally, yeah. And third grade too, because fourth, third combo. You need unicorns. You know what? I just really like working with students because they are so fun, and all of that, they're just incredibly nice and outgoing. And even if you feel like, oh, I'm not any of those things, like I still love you guys. You guys always make my day way better just by, asking me questions. And what I love the most is that whenever I teach you something or I teach you guys something, you guys always use it later on. Like you totally embrace it and you carry it on and you repeat it to others and you just basically it makes my day just seeing all the things I've taught you teach to other people. I think that's my favorite.
Nice. So would you say that you would pursue something like later on as a longer goal, like what you want to do later on, like teaching?
Yeah, yeah, I think I'd want to stay working with students, especially in this community. I think that's the thing I'm most excited about. As for what I want to do, maybe it's art, maybe it's science, maybe it's something in between. I'm not sure yet, but I definitely want to stay working with Belhaven students.
Nice. Um, okay, perfect. I think we got to know you a little bit and why you're here and why you do what you do. And I think another thing is that virtual summer is coming up and it's coming to an end, and we did everything virtually. And then even school year, hearing that we might have to like be virtual too. How have you coped with quarantine life and what have you been doing to yourself, not be stir crazy at home?
Okay, so there's no evidence right here, but I have a couple dogs, and I like to take them for walks every day. We go for walks around the neighborhood. We go on hikes. I like to, if some people, I can't really travel, so I kind of watch videos about traveling. Actually, it's pretty cool. I watch people's like videos, like, oh, I went to Indonesia, and then I'll kind of be like, oh, that could be me, but I do that too. Um, I like to paint, right, too. This is an older painting, but I have lots of other drawings and paintings I've done. And I
Hmm.
like to like show them off to my friends. I'm like, hey, look what I drew, and they show me what they drew. So we kind of share back and forth, and we come up with new ideas for projects every day. It's usually what I do too. Some of my animals have had babies, so I get to take care of them, like the ducks. Some of my students have seen the baby ducks, or yesterday, some students in first grade, they saw the new puppy. So having giving myself lots of things to do. I've been working on exercise, trying to like get more a little bit fit, doing some lunges and some yoga. That's my favorite. Whenever I feel like I'm stir crazy, I need to like run around the house a couple times. I do yoga, do some sun salutations.
Yeah, you should do some of that. I've seen you do it. I even remember. I think it was it this Monday or last week? You did like some workout stuff.
Oh, it was last Friday.
It was last Friday, right? Yeah, I saw
Yeah,
that. That was cool. No, that's good. I think it just gives ideas for students to take any of those ideas or find something that they like to do to keep them busy. Especially stuff. But what is one thing that you're missing the most though that you can't do right now? Like what is that one thing like because of quarantine that you really
Hmm.
want to do but you can't?
Okay, with my friends and go to my favorite place to eat, which isn't closed, but they don't let you eat around there anymore because you can't go in the restaurant. You have to get like
Mm,
takeout. And I really miss going there like after work and feeling like really tired, but I had a really good day and then eating some really good Vietnamese food. I really miss that. That was a really special thing I used to do. And I kind of miss going out to eat and like hanging out with friends and not having to be 6 feet apart with my face covered. Like, I think that was
yeah, I
really
think it's definitely a common theme with people where it's not the eating out, it's really just being with friends in that kind of environment and having
yeah,
that option because it's gone is we miss it, right? So yeah.
exactly. The food tasted better with friends.
I bet you a lot of students are just missing just going to school and being around friends, seeing them every day.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So but yeah. Next question. Um what is the one BGCP value that you identify with and why?
I think unity, unity unicorns. Definitely unity because when I feel like, oh, I don't know what to do, I feel really confused. I always look to the other instructors for help. And they look to me for help too when they feel like, oh, I'm really stuck. I don't know what to do. I'm having this problem. And how do I fix it? And instead of kind of just keeping it to themselves, we all kind of work together to help them not only fix it so they can overcome it themselves, but we're always there to support them and lift them up. And that's like what unity is all about, is kind of working together and not only just being one, but becoming stronger by being together. And yeah, I think that's one of the ones I identify with the most because I really feel it's necessary to have a good community so that people don't feel like they're left behind or stuck in their situation.
Yeah, I think you should hear that too. Is like us as adults, we have agreements with each other. We use our I statements. We do everything we ask you students to do you know, at school or when we ask you to like solve a problem with somebody or do it. We usually do the same things. It's like we're not just telling you to do something, but we also practice it. Um, I think you're absolutely right. Unity without everyone else, like it wouldn't work. Just like if you're in a classroom and everyone's making you feel sad, it's not going to work unless you have some unity and community. But I think it's a good thing for students to see that we do the same thing. So um, yeah, that's a good one. And then I think another thing is what is like especially our fifth graders, and I think you had them last year. No, you had them. No, you never had them, right? You never had those kids going.
Not very often, but yeah.
You had most of them. But what advice would you give them going to even some of the students going to a new school,
Mhm.
you know, like, or even just going to middle school, you know, in a sense, like they're growing up, you know, what advice would you give them from your experience?
So my experience in middle school is that it's going to be really new and you're going to be in a lot of new and very different situations. And it can be really, really scary because you don't know what to do. You learned basically, took you 5 years to learn, or 6 years actually, if you're in elementary school, took you 6 years to figure out how to be in elementary school. And then now you're in a new situation, you're in middle school. And it's really different. And all those things you learned, you can still use them, right? How to talk to your friends, how to come up to a teacher if you have a problem, all those things you can still use. But sometimes you'll be stuck in some kind of new problem or interaction that you have no idea what to do. Never be afraid to talk to an adult. They're still there. And I think a lot of people can get kind of afraid because all these adults are really different and they expect you to act older and they all these expectations that sometimes you don't feel ready for. You should still I feel like you should still find those adults that you feel comfortable talking to and you should still want to express yourself because I definitely I definitely know that they want to hear what you have to say. And if you have any problems, like, don't keep them to yourself. Just be really vocal and speak up and have a ton of gonus. If you feel like something is wrong or you're not being treated right, like, don't be afraid of like not doing that. You can't really lose anything for speaking up and staying true to yourself. You only can gain more from it. You only gain more freedom from being able to stand up for yourself and other people.
Yeah, definitely. Like you do it in the right place, right time, and you know, and you ask for help. People usually respond, but if you don't, no one knows, right? You know,
Mhm.
really tough. Um, but yeah, that's. I think that's great advice for anyone, really, honestly. Even when you get older and stuff, and those times get really hard, and especially now when you don't get to see adults all the time and you don't have a lot of opportunities. But you know, luckily we have wellness calls. You know, we get to check in with students, so those are good times if something's going on to let us know and we can help you out. Or even your parents, right? Or someone that's around there that it's not easy to say some things, but maybe it's you know you need help or you need something. So yeah, I think that's great. Um, I mean, those were all my questions. I mean, we said all of them. Didn't want to keep you here all day and keep everyone here. We do have classes later today. Um, but what is one last thing you want to say to Boys and Girls Club or the Bellhaven Tigers or anyone in chat before we head out?
I just want to say you guys have been so awesome this whole week. Oh, there goes my headband again. Well, we don't need it. You guys have been so awesome these past couple weeks. Like, I have seen the most you guys have brought to every session. I've seen it. I've seen all the gonus. I've seen all the curiosity. I've seen all the unity. You guys are like helping each other out even on the computer. You guys are probably like I know I'm like 40 miles away from all of you, but I still feel connected to you guys even on the computer. And I just want to say, like, thank you because we wouldn't have had such a great summer session if it wasn't for you guys showing up. We have no summer session. It would have just been me and Mr. Andrew, Mr. Adrian, just chilling on the computer. Like, you totally made it. And I'm really glad you guys all came. And I'm really glad you guys, brought all your enthusiasm. It really made it awesome this year.
I think that's a great point. Like, thank you for all the students who are on time, who show up, you know, and making it a point that they need to do something other than just stay at home and do nothing and try to take advantage of the opportunities that they have in front of them. And it's going to be more important moving forward too. If school is going to be online, that you're going to do the same thing with teachers. You know, if you're in our program in an after school program next year in the fall, that you join those classes and be present or have the phone calls and those talks. So yeah, I think it's great to see everyone being bought in and doing that. But yeah, it's been about 15 minutes or so. So I think there's like 15 minutes for students to get water, to stretch, take a break, and get ready for classes. Even instructors to get ready to sign up. Remember, it's our last week. I think we're getting ready for prizes and we're about to send them out. So you should be getting some time Thursday or Friday. Um, so yeah, um, we'll see you guys later. Should we do a clap whoosh to end it? You want to do that? Or we could do a roller coaster clap, or what do you want to do?
You do tsunami, which is this one, and then you clap, and then you spray the whoosh. So it goes
Oh,
roll. It just rolls like this. Tsunami's roll. So tsunami clap. So 1, 2, 3. Woo, woo, woo. Clap. Whoosh.
okay, so it's 3 times.
It's yeah.
Two.
1, 2, 3. Clap, and then you push the whoosh wave out. And
Yeah, I'm down. Ready?
all right, all right. 1, 2,
Set,
3. Go.
go. Woo.
Woo, woo, woo. Clap. Whoosh.
Uh, I mean, we're kind of on point, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
thank you, Isabella. And hopefully the students enjoy learning a little bit more about you. I know I did. Hopefully they listened to some of the words and advice that you gave. We'll have a Kahoot on some of your fun facts and also about this week. So thank you very much, and we'll see everyone in their classes, okay?
Bye, guys. See you soon.